2023, which we celebrated. Probably we celebrated for 2 days, and from third day, we started preparing for the next one, because that's the scale of event that it has become. And particularly Gaurav, Sandeep and the team, it's sort of a pause and then you start all over again. Now, one thing that we always deliberate at the very beginning is what's the kind of theme that needs to go into the next version of the Global Fintech Fest that would make this interesting. So a few thoughts I would like to share with you. See, in 2024, one of the continuing themes that we are going to be discussing about is the intersection of the traditional banking and the fintech. Now, fintech is here to stay. Fintech is probably the most stated word around, and next best in the regulatory landscapes comes CBDC. So I will talk about a little bit of both. Now, what is the role of fintech? Whether it is collaboration, whether it is going to be, they are going to take the traditional bankers out. I think this discussion is more or less over. In fact, I think during a survey, 90% of the CXOs from traditional institutions confirmed that they have partnership with one or more fintechs, and probably 60% have partnership more than 5. And there was another kind of survey which said that in the whole value chain, the fintechs who are contributing or who are contributing as of now 6%, this is likely to go up to 20% in the next 3 to 5 years. So fintechs are here to stay. We are talking about collaboration, and how this collaboration is going to be taken forward is one of the continuing themes of the next FinTech Festival we are going to celebrate by the end of the month. The digital currency on the ecosystem and the fintech. What's the future of, let's say, cryptocurrency? Probably the authorities in India have taken a definite view of this. About CBDC, 130 countries as we speak across the world, they are at various stage of experimenting with CBDC, and few of them have already adopted CBDC. Now, the interesting aspect that comes in while we continue to discuss about CBDC, how it is going to change the world, is whether the dominance of US dollar is going to be challenged in any way by CBDC. And then comes Mr. Trump. What is going to be the future of the US presidency? And Trump has clearly now talked in terms of supporting crypto and said that he is making sure if he becomes a president that US is not going to implement the CBDCs. Then what could be US not having CBDC, US dollar continues, CBDC, rest of the world, how this is going to progress. Interesting thought. I think this is again something which we hope will get discussed in detail, because there are several sessions on CBDC and its impact. I think the regulations and the shape of the regulations. Now today, I think Chris also in a way shares this view that we feel, looking at from outside, that there is probably a trust deficit between the regulators and the fintech industry. Now, how do we make sure that both of them come on board to make sure that the regulations are clearly understood? Because I think the clear aim of regulation is to make sure that the governance happens the way it ought to happen in the fintech industry. And how does the fintech embrace this is, I think, one of the continuing themes again that we hope to discuss during the Global Fintech Festival. And are the thoughts which we thought we need to discuss with you, share with you, that it will happen